Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I got a couple videos I'm gonna do today. This one I want to show you how marriage is comparable to slavery. I'm gonna show you how. So from what we know and understand about slavery was basically a group of people that were working to profit other people who they were forced to cause these particular individuals to prosper by their own labor at their own hands without being compensated or being compensated very little. Now, it's comparable to marriage because if you get a divorce in most states, like here in Wisconsin, you get a divorce, you gotta wait 120 days before it's even final. And that's if it's not contested. And I hear about other people who, like even Coach Greg Adams, 10 years later, still having to go back and forth to court. Just like with slavery, when they freed the slaves, we still, as black people in this country, face repercussions from some who think that we should still be under their control. You know? So, it's like slavery, man. It's like slavery. It's like, just like slavery didn't benefit the slave, marriage don't benefit the man. Marriage is really for women and for preachers, build up their churches, and, you know, countries. It's good for countries. But the men usually are the ones who, if you don't have a unicorn, what we call a unicorn, you're gonna suffer in some way. You're gonna lose something. You're gonna go without something. You're gonna spend more than you did. Like when I was single, my rent was $395. I had a 1-bedroom apartment. I moved out of my mother's house because I was involved in activities that I didn't want them to be affected by. And I found an apartment 3 blocks away, $395 a month. Back in, what year was that? 95, 96. It was a decent apartment. $395, y'all. I ain't end up paying no $395 after that. That was the lowest I paid. Now, I had a mortgage that was $507 back in the cheap days. You know, but I ain't keeping score. I just got to get my act together and continue to get my act together. So it's comparable to slavery. Like how they had to pick that cotton for all those hours just for the missus and the kids to be able to walk around with lace dresses on, fanning themselves, acting dignified. You know, while the slaves did all the work. You know? And in some ways, okay, just like slavery, slaves couldn't just run around just smashing. I'm sure they wasn't. Like, they was watching them, the overseers. Just like marriage, you can't run around just smashing it. You lucky if you even get a good piece. Because most of these women, they gonna retire from sex. Or they'll get religious and start saying it's nasty, or I'm not going to do that anymore. The Bible said, no, it don't. The Bible said you can do whatever. But these the games they play. I just corrected a guy that I know on Facebook because I know him like I used to work with him for years. And I know he's sincere in his faith. But, it'd be some things that you had to learn. Like I had to tell him, man, these women are not wives, man. Like, you can't marry these women, it's going to end up bad. Like, the majority of them is going to end up bad, man. You can't. Listen, let me tell you, pastors, all of y'all affiliated with Christian churches, especially, stop advocating and promoting marriage. You're doing damage. What these women did matters. You can't throw away what people do. Because they'll revert back in certain situations to whatever they did, whether they was a drug addict, whether they was a HO, they'll revert back to it. So stop it. Just stop. Stop advocating for marriage like these women is unicorns. They're not. Some women, I bet you it's at least 10,000 women right now that's getting busted in their mouth. Right this second while I'm saying it. 10,000. And out of that 10,000, I bet you at least 500 or 600 of them gonna start going to church. Maybe this year, next year, New Year's resolution, the year after that, and gonna act like they didn't do what they doing right now. And that dude is doing damage. He hitting the bottom of that stuff, and now they gonna get a dude in church that ain't gonna hit it like that. And so what they gonna do? They gonna be doing stuff behind his back. They gonna be criticizing him. They ain't gonna respect him. Stop advocating for marriage. Some of y'all dudes really just need to stop talking, period. Because you ain't making sense and you not relevant. Okay, if you had a good wife, enjoy her. But these people, they not going to get a good wife, the majority of them. And for the majority, it's not even going to be worth it. I be looking at these dudes in these stores, pushing babies around. They don't even look happy, man. Because a lot of them, they looking at it, probably they ain't going to say nothing. Because, men taught to keep their emotions in. I don't know why people think that's macho. They just gonna suffer in silence. Stow their life away. No fun. Barely can go out with your buddies. Come back, she acting funny. How I know? Because I experienced it many times. For one, this is what you do. Marriage is like slavery. I'm telling you. I know. Here's how you handle it. Don't get married. If you do, don't get a marriage license. And don't move her in right away. Be like, we're going to try something different. And let's see how she reacts to it. If she don't react right, dump her. You don't escape. Keep your freedom. Keep your peace. You ain't gonna get the sex like you was before you got married. I can recall times where I went back and forth between multiple women, same night. Next day, slept like a baby. Rolling around with a smile on my face. But now it's mostly arguing, disagreements. Her trying to instruct you on everything. And then when she does things, it makes it even worse. Because you think back on how she was always trying to tell you what you should do and how you should think, and for her to be so weak. I would never do this. Then they have an emotional affair. And you be like, man, I wish I wouldn't have caught her so soon. I wanted to see what she would have did. All that talk she was doing. I would never do this. See, a lot of women want to isolate you from their friends, from your friends, so they can brainwash you. Y'all think that these women is just these little weak. They're not. You got to stand on them. They'll manipulate you. They'll try to brainwash you. They'll try to make you think the only person you need to be around is them. When a lot of them be so bad, the only person you need not to be around is them. I'm telling y'all the truth. Listen, man, I'm your best friend. You young dudes, don't let no pastor, don't let your grandmama, it's not the same as when she was coming up. Don't let your granddaddy, don't let nobody pressure you into having kids. Enjoy your life. Go to the lake. Go get you a triple bacon cheeseburger with cheese fries and a root beer. And go sit by the lake with your headphones on, your earbuds, and listen to your favorite songs. Go get you some remote control cars, a remote control boat, put it in the water. Go get you a drone. Go hiking, go bike riding. The sex is gonna always be there, especially with these women. They're gonna give it up. Don't get married to have sex. I'm trying to help you, man. Because marriage is the closest thing right now. Maybe not in the future because the elites, they're bored. Ain't no telling what they're going to do next. Probably get rid of paper cash so they can keep tabs on all of us and make all of us slaves. But it's one of the closest things to slavery, man. I remember when I saw a woman that looked good, I could just go, say something to her. She liked me. I got a new person in my life. Do that when you married and watch what happens. When you see an attractive woman and you married, you got to act like you don't see her. You could just be wanting to be friends when you're not married and you got a new friend. When you married, the dictator at home controls all things. And if you don't let her control it, you in for a battle. And it's going to cost you. Why you think, I already know, she just told me the other day, it's over. You see what I'm talking about? Not because I asked, but because there was a disagreement. It's probably gonna cost. But anyway, I'm gonna keep making these videos. Shout out to Black Ram. Now I'm finna give some shout outs. I am. I ain't insecure. I don't care if their channels grow. I don't know about them if they feel the same way. Shout out to Black Ram. Shout out to Coach Greg. Shout out to General Tito. Shout out to Dr. BOA. Shout out to Anthony Spade. Shout out to Honest Truth. I'm missing a whole bunch of them. Shout out to Grown Man Business. Shout out to Sandman. Hold on. Because this talk is important, y'all. Now I'm finna give some shout outs. I am for real. Hold on. Shoot. Shout out to the reality pill. Hold on. My phone really looking. Shout out to the family circle. Shout out to the old guys, the ones that used to talk about it, Tom Ligas. Shoot. Shout out to, man, I'm looking at plenty of them. J.R. Wisdom. Plenty. I'm looking at the ones, though, that actually add that talk that need to be heard. Hold on. Anyway, shout out to Taylor the Fiend. Thanks for watching, y'all. We might make another video later on, so stay tuned.